What up, gang? Ian Anderson, Mo Badarani. We are out at Smuggler's Notch in Vermont. So for more PDGA Masters Pro Worlds, we have the FP40 today, and we have a fantastic lead card. We got Elaine King, Natalie Hollokoi, and Susan Stevens. Should be fun, Mo.
Yeah, dude. Any chance you get to watch Elaine King, you absolutely take that chance.
Yeah, she's a legend. She's like FP50. She's that playing down in the 40.
Yeah.
Still smashing. She's got quite the lead working right now. Tell us about hole one.
Hole one, just one of the holes you really want to get at the start of this round. Probably one of the easier holes on this entire course. But I kind of like that it's the first hole just because you're nervy, right? Like the first shot at any tournament is hard. So I kind of like that this one's a little easy just to kind of ease you into it.
Yeah. There is Elaine King on the box throwing a beautiful turnover.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah, she's not nervy. She's won like a million world titles, like approximately a million world titles.
I think it's 5 in the open division, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a ton of masters as well. Shame on me for not knowing. There is Natalie, and that left it a little bit far out to the left. And speaking of left, we have a lefty and Susan on the card.
Yeah, definitely a huge lefty advantage on this hole.
Oh, what? Just a little bit, dude.
What a way to start your tournament or start your round. That's so cool, dude.
That was sick.
Run it in.
Man, that was going to be parked even if she missed the basket, too.
Yeah, that was like, it was weighted perfectly. You know what I mean? Like it was going to be 5 feet past if it was past.
I've always maintained that skip aces are like the highest quality of ace.
100%. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, dude, that was running the basket, too.
It was. That was beautiful. Nice up there by Natalie. We have Elaine looking for a 2, which is going to lose her a stroke even if she makes this.
Yeah, man, lady's not messing around this morning.
No.
This was pretty early. I think this was at like 8 a.m., so just everybody just waking up.
Somebody had the right amount of coffee, Mo.
Yeah, that was the exact right amount of coffee.
We got a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Yeah, I think I think that's what Natalie was saying. She's like, we got the straight.
The small straight. The smaller small straight.
The smallest straight possible.
I love it, man. That was too cool. Well, we got a tie for second now with Natalie and Susan. Elaine looks like she's 5 clear in the lead, and we're on to hole 2, and it's getting a little tougher, Mo.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the most difficult holes, I think, on the course. You're trying to land it anywhere over here, but even when you do, the angle is so like awkward when you're getting to the screen. Like you want to throw a sidearm, but it has to kind of be a flexi sidearm if you don't quite get to the corner. Just a really difficult hole, just all the way through.
Yep. Tons of trees, and there's Obi to the right on this one.
100%. Yeah, and it's really easy to find. Oh, and it looks like Susan's heading there right now. Stay safe.
Oh, it does get down in time?
Yeah, it looks like it got down in time for sure.
Nice. Not a terrible spot either, honestly.
No, yeah.
And Elaine King just peering it up the middle, which he does so well.
Just piped, man. That's 100% no doubter the whole time, you know?
Yep. Great spot to be. See what Natalie's got for us. Ripping out a little flex.
So of these 3 ladies, Natalie is definitely like the crusher on the card. She's got a ton of distance.
Nice. And you're saying she's from Finland?
She's from Finland, yeah. Represented.
So cool. Not a bad second shot there from Susan. We are looking at the second from Natalie. Ooh. Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't think sidearm is quite like her comfortable shot, so that looked a little difficult for her.
Yeah, kind of a tough stance there with the trees and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at Elaine's second. See how close she is for the birdie putt.
You'll take that all day. I don't think she's close enough quite to putt it, but yeah, she's. It looks like it's going to be in a good spot to get up and down and make that 4.
Yeah, and that is honestly just a great score for this hole in this division.
This hole is. I mean, it's hard for every division.
Yeah,
like,
it totally is. But you know you're not losing the strokes at the 4 on this one in most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
This will be Natalie's 4th, I believe, after going OB on the second shot.
That was scary for a second when it kicked that tree. It looked like it might have had a chance to go out of bounds again.
Elaine just up in, and she'll do the down portion for a nice easy 4.
Yeah, that's just Elaine King things. Perfect.
Yep. And here is Natalie. Gonna be for a 5. Dang. That was a bid.
Yeah, almost, for sure.
It was. Yeah. Susan lining this one up.
Susan.
Yep. She had that feel.
She knew too. She like hung her head a little bit. Like that's a Susan Stevens like 95%er, you know.
For sure. And we have another small straight, I believe.
What are the odds of that?
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's awesome. We got
Yeah.
we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the card so far.
It's now a big straight.
Wow.
What a world.
That's awesome.
You gotta love it. Elaine King stretches that lead out. That was too many to count. A hole 3, par 3, 325. What's the pro play, Mo?
Yeah, so we're actually playing the blue tees for the FP40, but on this hole they actually share gold and blue tees. So they're playing the same exact tees as the ones you've seen MPO and MP40 play. This one's a kind of a crush for the FP40, so they're definitely just trying to get up into the landing area and get a 3 here.
Okay. Looks like Elaine coming up a little bit short, but a very easy 3 coming her way. Looks like Susan up next. See what the lefty does for us.
Not the easiest lefty hole.
No, a little bit more crowded on that left side, which you need to flex out there. Finds a little bit of trouble, but again, up and down should not be a problem.
And we can see what Natalie can do here. She's definitely got the most distance on this card. She can definitely reach this basket.
Let's see if she's got it. Oh, that had some stank on it.
Yeah, it looks like she just turned it like just a little bit much.
Mm-hmm. But still,
yeah,
in the circle?
In the circle, yeah.
All
Gotta
right.
look.
Bonus roll.
That even like hit stuff. Like imagine if it doesn't like hit anything.
Yeah, she's got the power 100%. Susan just going to be laying up for her par. She does nicely. Elaine King, one of those as well. And we'll have a long birdie look here from Natalie.
Just didn't have the want, Ian.
You're right there, man. Just faded out a little early. Need a little more on it. But nice to see her make the comebacker. Save her par.
Yeah, that basket being elevated definitely makes it a little bit more, scary when you're running it from 30 feet.
Yeah, especially with a mound, you can get a roll going when you don't want it to.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a drop-in par for Susan. This is one for Elaine.
Elaine's got a routine, man. So methodical. I was actually doing some research for my podcast, and I was watching the 1993 World Championships. She's got the same exact routine. Like
no
all
way,
these
dude.
years later.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God, all these years later.
I believe you, man. That routine's so important in disc golf, and like, honestly, any sport where you can develop one, it'll really help your game.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to your podcast, The Inside Line. Go check it out, guys. It's great.
Thanks.
Solid listen. Hole 4, par 4. Where are we going?
Hole 4. So we're playing the blue tee. Like we're playing the blue tees the whole time through. The blue tee has a little bit different shot off the tee. You're more throwing like a straight shot as opposed to the big anhyzer that the gold tee is throwing. You just kind of want to get over to the right as far as possible so you can attack that second shot. So you can see they still have to throw a flex shot, but it's a little less.
It plays different for sure.
Uh-huh.
I like it though. Elaine putting herself pretty much in the middle. Close enough anyway.
Yeah, I mean she's just the surgeon, man. She carves up wooded fairways like no one's business.
Yeah. Susan showing us the lefty line, drifting. Oh, good kick.
Yeah, back into the fairway. Yeah, you can see
She'll
she's
take
like,
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Natalie. Oh, fading out.
Oh,
Hopefully she
man.
can get out of there.
That's a tough area, this hole. All those trees grow so close together. It just kind of creates a natural bunker.
Yeah, it's going to make it tough to progress from there. Might have to pitch out. Susan left herself in the fairway after that nice kick. See if the second one... Oh. A little bit off the fairway?
Yeah, she got down there. She's in kind of the right side bunker, so she'll definitely have a little bit more work to do. Yeah, but you can just see what Natalie has to deal with in here.
Looks like she's trying to bite off some distance here. And pays the price.
Yeah, got punished.
Sometimes you just gotta take what you have and pitch out. See if Elaine can carve it up there.
Beautiful shot.
What a pretty shot.
Yeah, she's so good at those shots, man.
Mhm.
Just like the disc always goes like where she wants it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Incredibly accurate. I mean, Natalie throws farther than her, probably considerably, but you can't knock Elaine's, accuracy in short game.
I always say in the woods that like accuracy is almost like free distance, right? Because if you're not hitting anything, you're just gonna get so far.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes distance penalizes you when you go farther into the woods off a nasty kick.
Absolutely.
Susan pitched up. Here it is again. A little forehand action.
Oh.
That was great.
Scared it for a minute there.
Was that a righty? That was a righty forehand.
I was about to say we got an ambi thrower.
Oh man, what a bid there from Natalie.
Yeah, great line.
Yeah, see if Elaine can get a birdie. Yeah, gave it a chance, a little par, and again, no harm in one of those.
Especially not when you're winning by a lot.
Yeah, I think it's 8 or 9 right now.
Yeah, she's been stretching out that lead. She went birdie, and then she's just picking up pars, but everyone else is bogeying.
Yep, playing super consistent. Yeah, I think she started off with that birdie, and just a couple pars after that, and started helping her pull away. And there is Natalie with a bogey, which will help Elaine pull away again as she drops in a par.
Yeah, so I was looking at her like world titles. She won 4 world titles in a row, and they were by like a combined 60 strokes or something ridiculous. Like she never won by a little, you know.
Too funny, man. She's page piercing all over him.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
All right, guys, we are back to the action. Again, huge thanks to the PDGA for making this coverage as well as the tournament possible. And shout out to TD Jeff Spring, doing some great work out there. Hole 5 is a forehand hole, or you can throw a turnover as well.
Yeah, but you're just adding so many layers of difficulty if you throw that backhand turnover. It just, the line becomes so much tighter.
Yeah, but as we saw in the Masters, guys, not a lot of forehands. Looks like the ladies might be a similar situation. Elaine throwing a pretty turnover though. She was coaching it well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice lefty hole here for Susan.
Yeah, definitely a huge lefty advantage on this one.
Ooh, kind of cut that last guardian tree there on that tunnel.
Yeah, could not take advantage. It must be a bummer when you're trying to chase down a lane, and this is like definitely a hole where you can, take advantage of your strength of being a lefty, and she couldn't like park it,
Exactly. Natalie turns that one over a little much. She's going to find herself in some jail over there. Fortunate kick for Susan, back to the fairway. Nice upshot. A little long, but not bad.
That's great. Yeah, everything really wants to funnel. This slope is a lot more than it looks on camera.
Kind of some East Coast hard pan, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful upright there by Elaine. We're looking at Natalie's. Can she find a way through the woods?
What?
Wow. Dang.
Dude. Was there even like a disc width of like woods to get the disc through? That was cool.
Apparently there was. Susan missing a putt. Unfortunately, that is going to turn into a bogey on a hole which might have been looking for a 2.
Yeah, that's got to be like such a bummer.
Yeah. Elaine will be dropping in a par, as is tradition when you're Elaine King. You just play clean golf.
Yeah, that's really all you need, especially out here at Brewster, man. Like, and Natalie's saying, like, that's how much I had. Just seriously. She was like,
talking about the gap.
Yeah. No, we saw it, Natalie. We know how impressive that was. That was cool.
It was a really cool angle on that one, too. See the perfect camera angle there. Susan with the lone. Actually, she had double bogey. Did she go be there at some point? She must have.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, hole 6. Where are we going?
Hole 6 is a downhill hole, right to left. Just you kind of want to, you don't want to throw a straight hyzer. You actually want to like kind of float it down there and have it glide down. If you throw anything too overstable, it'll actually kind of bail out too early. So it needs to be a more glidey shot. Really, really interesting like course design, so that it kind of tricks you.
Yeah, you actually have to throw like an understable disc on a hyzer. Exactly. Elaine King, come on.
Man, she's making the sport look way too easy.
So good, dude. I've had the pleasure of filming her a couple times, man, and she could not be nicer.
She's honestly, this whole card had just like such great vibes. It was like honestly like a real. It was really cool getting to film these guys.
Yeah, that's an FPO thing, man. They're always a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Susan with a tricky lefty turnover. It's fading a little early, but it's not bad.
That's actually downright good. Yeah,
it might be. Yeah, it's gonna give her a putt. A little bit of trickle. Ooh, Natalie with a beautiful up here.
That's great. Anytime you're inside the chips, you're happy.
That is for sure. What a bid, man. That was a 2D birdie right there.
Yeah.
Elaine looking for a 3D birdie.
Yeah, she's not missing that.
Yep. Nicely done. Her short game is just so solid.
Yeah, dude. This is gonna sound like kind of weird, but I got the same vibe watching Elaine that I did watching like Paige Pierce or watching like Paul Macbeth, just those like top tier, top echelon open level players, where it's like all business like. You know what I mean? Like there was. It never seemed like she was doing anything difficult. It was just like on to the next one, do your job. On to the next one, do your job. Like it was really cool watching her, man.
Yeah, she's been there, done that. You know, you can tell how comfortable she is playing at the top. You know, there's zero nerves shown.
Exactly.
At all, even if there are any. Look at her lead. It is 9 over Natalie. Susan, one more back of that, and we're looking at hole 7.
Yeah, so we're playing from this tee pad that the drone is flying over right now. The MPO field, or the open field, generally tries to play a little bit further down, but these FP40 players are actually going to take this tighter gap, which cuts off a lot of the distance and allows them to get to the basket. It's a little bit tighter, but you know, as we can see, these guys are slicing and dicing these tight fairways, so it helps to just cut the distance.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Elaine has the box, as is tradition. That stays clean. That's great. Okay, that's officially great.
Yeah, she looks like she got pinched a little bit behind a tree, but there's a lot of trees to get pinched behind. So.
Yeah, that fairway is so tiny, and she's in it. To her credit, Natalie going even earlier. Is that gonna work?
Yeah, that's honestly kind of where you want to be.
Wow. Okay.
You want to be a little sawed off and kind of be. The lane is a lot tighter to the woods than it like appears off the tee pad.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And Susan, yeah, honestly, a little bit of a lefty advantage here, kind of, because she gets to have it like flex out and get the extra glide.
Sure. Yeah, she threw that beautifully. I think she's hanging out with Elaine right there. I'll see what they can do on their second shots. It does not get any easier. Natalie up first.
She put herself in a great spot. She got a big fairway, but yeah. A lot of trees in the way.
Unfortunately found a big tree. Susan?
Hey.
Dang.
So many trees.
There are quite a few. Elaine with a little patent pending, which is kind of fun after we've been filming Barry.
Has Elaine hit a tree this whole round? I'm like not even joking.
That is a great question, Mo. Man, the tree counter will be very low for her shot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We're looking at Susan's third. Throwing a little beautiful little turnover.
That looked like from the A-cam angle, like it was like gunning for the basket.
Yeah.
A little short, but still great shot.
Yeah, it's a little bit uphill on this shot, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's very uphill. This whole hole is pretty uphill.
Mm-hmm. That one comes up a little bit short there from Susan. I believe
that was Elaine. Yeah.
Elaine pitching up.
Yeah, just making short work of this thing.
Yep, she'll take her 4. Here is Natalie looking for a par. Not to be here. Susan, could she line one of those up?
Nope. Holy cow.
Nope. That will be a bogey for her as well. And looks like Elaine's going to get another stroke on him, Mo.
Nice.
Do you know what she's putting with, Ian?
I don't.
Are those like ions? I don't know.
Ions, anons, or atoms are the popular putters.
Mm.
Yeah. I gave her a spin when I was, where's the Dela? I saw her out there.
A what? A spin?
A spin. It's like a understable approach disc.
By MVP?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, that's cool. I got to check that out.
Yeah. And Natalie dropping in.
Yeah, Natalie is sponsored by Dynamic Discs. I don't think Susan is sponsored by a manufacturer, but she is sponsored. She was wearing like her Great Lakes Club shirt. She's from the Midwest. And
nice.
You know how I feel about Midwesterners, Ian. I stand hard for the Midwesterners.
Elaine continues to play crazy solid golf, and her lead is now 10 strokes, and we're looking at hole 8.
Yeah, hole 8. So we're playing the blue tees. This tee is so hard that I legitimately was B-camming for the MP40 the first day, and I thought that this was the goal tee. I walked right past the goal tee, and I was like, oh, that's the goal tee. That makes sense because it's just so demanding from where that blue tee is. It's still so far. And this is uphill the whole way.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really difficult. That's perfect. So just use that as your frame of reference. And
Elaine King threw a perfect shot? No way.
What?
That's what she does. Natalie, gonna try and match Elaine. Oh no.
I love the idea.
Yeah. It had the potential, right?
Yeah, to get like a ton of extra distance.
Exactly. Susan's fading out a little earlier than she'd like. Hopefully the spot isn't too bad. We'll find out. Natalie, though, has some work left to do. That is for certain.
Yeah, when you don't get off this tee pad, man. I mean, it's like any kind of woods golf course, but especially like this hole in specific is just so punishing.
Yeah. Looks like she's up with Susan now. We're looking at Natalie's third. It's going to be a tough up and down 4. Seems like 5 is more likely.
Yeah. This is one of the newer holes, so the rough is like especially thick. This hole was put in right before the World Championships last year. So
yeah, it's just about a year old then, right?
yeah, so the rough is just like super thick.
Elaine's second. Still not hitting trees, Mo.
Still has not hit a tree, dude.
And that should be an easy up and down 4, which is, what she's planning for.
Yeah, exactly.
And that has been shown to get her strokes. Susan, a little bit of a yoink here. And ends up playing a little army golf. She's going right, left.
Yeah, I mean, at least on that side, she's set up for her lefty hyzer.
Sure. Or Annie.
Or, I got confused. It's like too many double negatives.
But puts that shot pretty close. She should be able to make that. Looking at Natalie. And again, that should drop in all right. For a bogey, I believe. Elaine for birdie.
That's insane, dude.
Nice run.
Yeah, I mean, just to have a look on this one and know that you're tapping in for par is huge. This is probably the hardest hole on this Brewster Ridge course.
Yeah, it's very demanding for sure. Susan made a nice putt right there. Natalie, I believe this is going to be a bogey. Yep. And Elaine's going to do the Elaine thing and drop in a par.
Awesome, man. Yeah, none of her par putts have been like difficult par putts. They've all been like tap-ins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. She is now 2 down on the round. We're looking at a 5 and a 3 from Natalie and Susan, respectively. Elaine's lead is 11, continues to grow. We got a tie for second, though, with Natalie and Susan. Good battle going there. And we're looking at hole 9.
Yeah, so we just flew over the blue tee. It's that grass pad right in front of the boulder. The play is very similar from the longer tee, though. You're basically trying to run it into this hill and use that to slow the disc down before the basket. Because if you crest that hill, bye-bye birdie. That disc is gone, dude.
Yeah, what a tough stick, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Elaine King, that's out there. That'll probably be a par. Susan going to try and flex one over.
Wow.
This looks great.
Yeah, it's on the right line.
Sit. Oh, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, dude. If you crest that hill in the air, you're gonna be at least 50 past.
Yep. Just what happens. Natalie, flexing it as well. Get a good skip left.
Yeah, this looks like it's on the exactly. Like, see how she hit short of the hill and use that to slow her down. Honestly, a great play. She's got to look inside the circle, I think.
She does. Susan for a long birdie look. Dang. Not bad there.
Not scared at all.
Oh, Natalie needed that to take sole possession of second, but that will keep her in a tie with Susan. And Elaine will be dropping in a par, I believe. Oh, that must be hers. We missed her upshot.
Yes. Yeah, looks like we missed her upshot.
Yep. There is a couple drop-ins for par, and we'll have one more from Susan here in a second. As promised.
Yeah, this honestly, the blue layout I think is the more like, unless you're like 1,000 rated pro, I think the blue layout is the layout that like everyone should be playing. Like it's the much more enjoyable layout for like your AM1 type player. So if you go out to Brewster Ridge, be sure to check that blue layout out.
Cool. All right, guys. That's all we got for part 1. We'll catch you on part 2.